In this video, we're going to look at automatic stabilisers and how they can be represented in this diagram, which is a diagram of the economic cycle. This cycle is showing over time the level of economic activity, which we're measuring in dollars. It fluctuates over time, it goes up and down. We have economic upturns, like here, where the economy is growing. And we also have economic downturns, such as here, where the level of economic activity is falling. We end up with low periods, such as here, which we tend to call a recession. I've tried to show in this diagram that the increases and decreases, they're not uniform and they're not predictable. They could rise and stay high for a long period of time. They could fall sharply, and the distance in between rises and falls can increase and decrease as well. Despite the downturns in economic activity, there is a general level of economic activity which is rising. So on average over time, this is going up. We're going to use this diagram to look at the idea of automatic stabilisers. Automatic stabilisers are an inbuilt part of an economy which will reduce the severity of the fluctuations in the economic cycle. They're usually a part of fiscal policy, and we'll look at some examples of that to show how that's true. In a period of economic growth, people are going to be receiving more money, businesses are going to be making more profits, individuals receiving greater incomes, and all of these parts of the economy will have to pay extra levels of tax. So the amount of extra income that's in the economy is actually not at the level that it could possibly be, because some of the excess is going to the government in the form of taxes. So as a result, as this level of economic growth rises, the amount of tax that is taken out of the economy prevents it from rising the level at which it would have if it was not for that automatic stabiliser of income tax. In addition to this, there will be less government spending on unemployment benefits, because as the economy grows, more people will find employment, the unemployment rate will fall, and so now the government will be injecting less money into the economy in the form of government expenditures on social security, and so again, we won't get that taxation or that economic activity level reaching the height it would have otherwise. In a downturn, the opposite occurs. As the amount of money in the economy begins to fall, the amount of revenue which the government has to pay out, the amount of government expenditure on unemployment benefits will start to rise. Also, the amount of money which is taken out of the economy in form of taxation revenue starts to fall. So as a result of both of these things, instead of the economy reaching all the way down to that recession level, it may only reach this level here. So as a result, instead of the economic cycle looking like it does on the red line, which it would if it were not for those fiscal policy instruments, those automatic stabilisers of tax revenue and government expenditure, the economic cycle will look more like this. It will still go up and down, it will still fluctuate, but the fluctuations won't be as great. So the economy will be more stable, and that is happening automatically. So that's why we call them automatic stabilisers.